Hello dear friends, today we are going to speak with you about future perfect. But first, let's see what words we need during our lesson. The first word is a doll, kukla, an article, статья, a word, слово, a secretary, секретарь, to build, строить, to pass an exam, сдавать экзамен. To hand in, отдавать. Now let's return to the topic of our today's lesson, future perfect. What does future perfect denote? This grammatical tense means a completed action which will happen before a definite moment in the future. If you look at the picture, please, here it is, you can see a cross. This is our complete action in the future. And a circle. This is our complete action which will happen before our main action in the future. This circle means future perfect. By the way, there exist some words which we usually use with this grammatical tense. Here they are. By 5 o'clock tomorrow, when he comes, by next summer, and so on. How do you form future perfect? So, here exist 4 types of sentences. A narrative one, a negative one, general question, and special question. Before I tell you how to form a narrative sentence, I want to remind you that all English verbs are subdivided into 2 types. Regular one, which add ed endings in the past tenses, and irregular one, which make up a list of irregular verbs. So, how do you make a narrative sentence? In order to make a narrative sentence, on the first position you have to put your noun or pronoun. Then you have to put will, then you put have, and past participle. So, if you have a regular verb, you put ed ending to it, and if you have the irregular verb, you have to look in the list of irregular verbs and find the 3rd column. For example, I will have finished my work by 5 o'clock tomorrow. The verb to finish is a regular one, that's why we add ed ending to it. Or, he will have done his homework when I call him. The verb to do is an irregular one. That's why we found the 3rd form in the list of the irregular verbs. So, how we make a negative sentence? In order to make a negative sentence, on the first position you have to put noun or pronoun, then you have to put will, then not, because this is a negative sentence, then you have to put have, and on the last position, past participle. Again, if you have a regular verb, you put a d ending in it. If you have irregular one, you have found the 3rd column in the list of irregular verbs. For example, I will not have finished my homework by 5 o'clock tomorrow. He will not have done his homework when I call him. How do we make a general question? I remind you that general question is question without a question word. In order to make it, on the first position you have to put will. Then you have to put your noun or pronoun. After that you have to put have, and on the last position past participle. Again, if you have a regular verb, you put a d ending in it. If you have irregular one, you have found the 3rd column in the list of the irregular verbs. For example, will you have finished my homework by 5 o'clock tomorrow? Will he have done his homework when I call him? And the last one, how do you make a special question? Special question is a question with a question word. So, on the first position you have to put your question word. Then you have to put will. After that, you have to put noun or pronoun, then have, and on the last position, past participle. Again, if you have irregular verb, you put ed ending to it. If you have irregular, you have to find the third column in the list of the irregular verbs. For example, when will you have finished your homework? What will he have done by 5 o'clock tomorrow? Now I propose to revise you everything what you have already listened to. So, there exist 4 types of sentences. A narrative one, a negative, general question, and special question. In order to make a narrative sentence, on the first position you have to put noun or pronoun. Then you have to put will, then have, and past participle. In order to make a negative sentence, on the first position you have to put noun or pronoun, then will, then not, have, and on the last position, past participle. If you want to make a general question, on the first position you put will, then noun or pronoun. After that you put have, and on the last position, past participle. If you want to make a special question, on the first position you have to put your special word or question word. Then you have to put will, noun, pronoun, have, and on the last position you have to put past participle. In order to fix all knowledge that you have already received, I propose you to make this exercise. Your task is to open brackets using future perfect. As usual, I wish you good luck. Goodbye.